Mike Zano.
Hey,
How you doing tonight, bud?
what's Scott Bossman? I'm doing good.
Good.
We had a Merry Christmas. I hope you're prepping for a Happy New Year.
Yeah, New Year's preparations underway. Welcome everybody back to the Land Geek Lounge, Top Shelf Land Live. I'm Scott. That's Mike. Between the two of us, Mike, we've sold over thousands of land parcels across the U.S., and we're passionate about helping everyday people become actual landowners and not just think about it.
Yeah, through the simplest way possible. I mean, literally, small down payment, no credit check, no interest charged, easy monthly payments. Use the property while you're paying for it, and then when you pay it off, maybe you want to build on it or do something, or just hold it. Last week we had a guest on here that or someone watching told us how their property they purchased from us had appreciated. I think he said 6x in value. That's the power of locking in a property at today's prices, and you can do it anytime with us at Top Shelf Land.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. For those interested, go back and watch last week's episode. Gabe came on and talked about his experience with buying land through us, but it's pretty awesome. You know, like you said, Mike, locking into today's prices, land only appreciates. So there's some equity kind of built into these properties.
Instant equity, we like to say.
Instant equity. We know it's a busy time of year for everybody with travel and family and end of year stuff. So we appreciate everybody hanging out with us for a few minutes. No live viewers yet, but last week.
Yeah, and we also live in the rerun, and eventually we're going to have someone come on live, and they're going to take advantage of the offer that we keep making, negotiate with us, and you can have the best deal ever by buying it live on our show.
Yeah, that's going to be fun when we get that first, when we help that first client live on air.
It's going to happen. It's just inevitable. I mean, we're just staying here. We're building momentum. We don't need to have anybody here live to build the momentum, but eventually they will come.
Consistency. It's all about consistency, right? You gotta show up and the rewards
Scott,
will come.
Include this in our, here's something that's interesting. I know this is not the topic of the evening, but we have what's called a buyer's list. Those are people that have reached out to us and have expressed interest in one area or another where we own land. And maybe we didn't have something for them at the time, Scott, that met their needs, or perhaps they didn't have the money, or whatever, myriad of potential possibilities. But it's not a problem. We put them on a special email list, and every week we send out a list of properties, or we send out, special deals. We want to take care of the people on this list. So I'm just wondering, Scott, do they get a copy? Maybe we should start sending a copy of this YouTube show to them. I mean, I don't know. Do we do that?
We do. The next day, the day after,
right.
We're sending an email out to people with a link to the show.
You can see who's more dialed into the processes. That would be Scott.
No, we're getting the message out there, man. We're getting the message out there, and we're getting some new subscribers. So it's fun.
So what can we do today, Scott? I mean, there's two of us here. I think we had talked about creating a little value today. Of course, we're always looking to help someone buy a property, but what kind of value can we create for them today?
Yeah, so what we're going to do tonight is we're just going to do a brief Land.id demo. Land.id is a tool that we utilize in the due diligence of our properties when we're buying land, but it's also helpful for our customers. When you guys are doing some property research on a particular property, there's a lot of great functionality with the Land.id embedded map that we have on our property, that we have on our website. So I thought we'd just kind of demonstrate that today and show people what you can do. Sound cool?
I can't wait to see.
You can't wait to see it. All right. Well, let's do this. Let's share my screen. Look at that.
Look at that.
And let's see where to go. Here we go. And I'm going to go to our website and let's just pick this
beautiful website, Scott, by the way, I must say.
Hannah does an amazing job with our website. We're going to go to this Colorado listing we looked at a couple weeks ago, which surprisingly still hasn't sold. I'm a little bit surprised about this one.
People are just, this time of year, Christmas presents and so on and so forth. But I'll tell you what better way to start a new year with a new property?
New year, new property,
New
new
year,
lifestyle for
property.
sure.
Yeah.
But so this is typical. This is a typical land listing on our website, and you know, some helpful information up top. Kind of the, you know, the really most important information, I would think: the parcel ID, the size of the parcel, the pricing. You know, we have a cash price typically, and then we have an owner financing price, which is a little bit more, but we don't charge interest necessarily. Just the price is a little bit higher. Some good information about the property, but if you keep scrolling down, there is then in this embedded map. This is a Land.id map. Land.id is a software that we utilize. But if you click here on full screen, that'll take you to another screen where you can play around a little bit with some overlays and some zooming in and zooming out and that type of thing to get the lay of the land, so to speak, Mike Zado.
I love it. I love it. Pun intended.
Pun intended. So if we scroll out here, we'll see, that there are some homes in the area, maybe some campers in the area, some nice road access to the area. You know, this is 5 acres. Keep scrolling out. You'll see major highways.
By the way, for those of you who are watching, you see the people out there that are living with all of that open space and mountain views. I mean, you could have that same thing. Look, you have the same. Yeah. If I look to the other side, Scott, the guy's got almost same exact size property kind of carved out there.
Yeah, right here.
This could be you with your property, Scott. I'm just curious though. While we're here, like, how much do I have to pay per month for this? Is it like $600, $700, $800 a month? What am I paying for this?
No, it's only a couple $100 a month, so it's $206 a month.
My God, we always say that's like you pay more for that in coffee in a month. My God.
Exactly.
All right, I digress.
No, it's okay. But up here at the top, check this out. You got some overlays, right? So you can check out parcel lines. You can look at let's see here. What are some other things? There's a base map here where you can look at aerial views, enhanced aerial views, street views. So you click on street and you'll see all the local streets there in the area as well.
Nice.
You can look at, if you zoom out, you'll see the county lines. You'll see also water wells. So click here. And if you zoom out a little ways, we'll see people in the area that have a water well. Here's a water well, Mike. So right here. So kind of cool, right? Now, if I click on that.
Drill them down there, Scott? Is that what they do?
Yep, they drill water wells there. And you click over here on the left side. Here we go. Water well information down here. The well depth is 180 feet. But the nice thing is you can get a water well permit out here in Colorado. You have to get it through the state of Colorado. But there's some good information there about, water wells. And you can see there are some people in this area who have wells. So, Mike, to your point earlier, this is an area where people are living, right? It's not like the moon. People are actually living out there, and people have water wells and that type of thing. So this is some of the stuff you can do with the Land.id overlays, which is kind of fun, right?
Which, by the way, you don't need a well to enjoy the area, do you?
You do not need a well to enjoy the area. In fact, you can haul in your water. A lot of people haul in water.
This is a great picture here. Now look at the different people out there enjoying the different area. I mean, keep in mind, each one of these is the size of what, Scott? 5 football fields or more?
Yeah.
So when you're looking here, you're not looking at someone who's in a cul-de-sac and you can look over and touch their house. This is like massively far apart, but they're out there enjoying the area.
Exactly. There's a surface water filter here, so this is probably just a creek, probably a dry creek most of the year, but a wet creek other years as the water comes off Mount Blanca. Wetlands. So you'll be able to see basically if your property is kind of in a flood zone or that type of thing.
Right.
Is there a FEMA floodplain? Here we go. FEMA floodplain right here. So this is good for a lot of our Florida properties, Mike. You click on this and see if we're in a floodplain, right? This one
don't always mean unbuildable either. I mean, this area is not. We're not worried about any floodplain, I'm guessing, but other areas is still buildable and usable.
Exactly. Buildable, usable properties. So let's go back. I want to show people one other really cool thing about this tool. So let's do this. And what I want to do is I want to scroll in real close to the property. Okay, now watch this. See this 3D button here in the lower right? If you click that 3D button.
I think it's covered by the Happy Holidays, but I think we get the idea.
Okay. Sorry about that.
But it's there. There's a little button under there. You'll see it just says 3D, right?
Yep. So it basically brings us down to the level of the property. And then if you use your control button on your keyboard, and so this is best on a computer, but use your control button on a keyboard, and then you can move your mouse around.
Wow.
And you can get
some beautiful views.
Yeah, you can get like 360 views of these properties,
right? A morning cup of coffee looking at Mount Blanca.
Exactly. Can you imagine sitting on your porch right here looking at that property?
Yeah.
But it's just a cool thing to do because you can basically do a 360.
Are those wells again? Those blue?
Yep. Those are wells right there. Those blue things.
Out there enjoying this. Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a little bit slow right now for whatever reason. It could be my computer. But
it tells me too, Scott, that you can get water out there if you desire. Look at everybody else who's doing it.
Exactly. Yep. So the Sangre de Cristo mountain range right there in southeastern Colorado. So kind of a cool feature with the Land.id. One other thing I want to show some folks, which I think is fun. Let me get out of here. How do I do it? Click here again. Okay. Now we're back to just the normal aerial view. But if I click on the parcel here, Mike.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Is it under legend? No. Oh, here we go. See property info right here. It's kind of small.
I see it. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You gotta go down the bottom where it says.
Oh, here we go. Thanks. I got it. Okay. Click on see property info right here. And go to map. Oh, where is it?
All right. It's a nice little.
I know there's a way. There's a way here I can get the GPS coordinates. If I click on, there we go. Click on the parcel again. Okay, over here on the left-hand side. Again, some more information about the property, the county it's in, the parcel ID, assessed value, land value. This is kind of an arbitrary number that the county gives the property for tax purposes. So it doesn't reflect the market value of the land.
Good point. That gets confusing to many people. Right? Just a number. Yeah. And depending on where in the country you live, that assessed value will come close to matching market value, or such in this case, it's nowhere near it. It's much lower. But that's good for you as a property owner because that tells me you pay low annual taxes.
Exactly, yes. The taxes on these properties are pretty nominal. I think this one is like $120 a year or something like that. So,
perfect.
So very affordable. But over here on the left-hand side, you'll see this is a GPS coordinate, and it's actually the GPS coordinate for the center of the property. But you can copy this coordinate, and let's just go over to Google Maps once. So if you go to Google Maps and you paste that GPS coordinate in, so there you have it. Now we're in Google Maps, right? So let's say Mike wants. What's that, Mike?
More things you might be able to do now.
More things, exactly. Like, for instance, finding the property, right? So if you click here under directions, and let's say you live in Alamosa, Colorado.
Yeah.
All right. There's your directions straight to the property. 20 miles from Alamosa, Colorado. 20 miles from the nearest Walmart, right? But it gives you good driving directions to the property. So all of our properties have these features. What's that, Mike?
23 minutes.
23 minutes. 20 miles, 23 minutes.
I could be near Walmart in 23 minutes and still feel like I'm out in the middle of my own open oasis.
Exactly. 20 minutes to Walmart or the hospital.
Still available, Scott? Come on.
I don't know, man.
I might go on and buy this right now. Like
these usually sell pretty quick, so I don't know why this one's up. Maybe we just need maybe we need to spread the word with our market.
I think it helps to do this. Honestly, okay. I think it helps to show them perspective and say, hey, listen, you're out there in a beautiful area, but you also have access to things that are needed when you want them.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a great area. There's a wildlife refuge over here where people can actually do some big game hunting. There's multiple reservoirs in the area. This is Smith Reservoir. Sanchez Reservoir is down here, another 20 minutes. The Great Sand Dunes National Park is north of the property, right on Highway 150. Over here is Great Sand Dunes Lodge. Okay. But yeah. So there you go. So that's how we use Land.id, which is kind of fun.
What a great little lesson here, Scott. I appreciate
What a
this. It's
great,
helpful to me.
little lesson. Yeah.
Great little lesson. So, all right,
We
who's watching? How many watches we got?
we got one person watching right now. We got a thumb up. I'm wondering if it might be Hannah or Love, and that's cool. We love you guys. But yeah, throw a comment in the chat. Say hello. Let us know if you have questions. Now, if you happen to watch one of these in the rerun, also message us with questions. Right? You can email us. Let me see if I can put my email address in here.
What we also do, Scott, is they want us to talk about something in specific or in something, more information on a certain topic relative to land. They could just send us a request and we'll talk about it.
Exactly. Oh, that's what's the problem is. There's a timer on these banners. Now let's try it. Let's try the banner without the timer. See, I'm learning new things here, Mike.
You wrote out the dot, but that's okay. Is that what you wanted to do?
Well, let's see. Timer off. Add banner. Yeah, I don't know why it's not letting me. Weird. Anyway, I'll try to get up there. But anyway, if you guys email us, sales@topshelfland.com. And the reason I wrote out dot is because I don't think they like us posting email addresses right here. We might get thrown off.
You are
crafty,
Mr. Boss Man. Well,
let's try. Anyway, go ahead, Mike.
I was going to say thank you all for watching. Thank you all, one of you, for being here live. But we're going to be consistent. We're going to be here every week. We're going to deliver. And when this starts to grow, it'll get really fun when people start to ask questions. We start to interact. It's going to be really exciting. People can pop on. We'll have guests come on. You want to buy a property from us, you can come on. You can do it live on the air with us. We'll do everything. We're going to get it all right here. We'll maybe even do an auction someday, Scott. Let's get crazy. We'll do all kinds of things.
Hold on. We have a legitimate guest. That's not Lover Hannah. It's Anthony watching, and Anthony has a question for us, Mike.
This is Anthony.
So he says his apologies if his question sounds strange, but I was running late on joining tonight. Is this yes, this property we just went over is available on our website. You can go to topshelfland.com and go to the Colorado page, and it's Alamosa County, Colorado. It's the only 5-acre property we have in that county right now. We do have some 1.3-acre properties as well, a little bit closer to Alamosa County. So that property is available, and it's a great one.
And generally speaking, all of our properties, Anthony, have this capability. They're all going to have that layer with Land.id, and you can get the GPS, and you can follow it over to Google Maps. So for all of them, Anthony, certainly. And Anthony, let us know, are you interested in a property in Colorado? Is that what we're? And maybe you didn't hear me earlier. If you want to make a deal, you're talking to the right people here. We own the property, and we can make a deal.
Yeah, or if you have any questions about the property, you have us in real time, right? So, let's talk about the property a little bit more in depth here. So this particular property, this county, Alamosa County, you can live on the property now. You can live on the property later. You don't have to build anything on the land right now. You can buy it and sit on it for 20 years if you want to. You can camp on the property. You can't camp on the property long term. The county doesn't really like that, but short term weekend camping, that's going to be fine. Bug out for the weekend, go visit the property, right? And then Alamosa County is a little bit less stringent than the county to the south, Castilla County, with some of their building restrictions. So they allow, mobile homes, they allow cabins, modular homes, a tiny home, but I think the tiny home has to be on a foundation and it has to be 600 square feet or more, or 700 square feet or more. But there's some good functionality with the types of homes that you can build on that land. And then Anthony says, as far as finding directions to the property and distance to local schools, stores, etc. Yeah. So, Anthony, if you go back and watch this episode, we went over how to use the GPS coordinates in Land.id. You can plug those GPS coordinates into Google Maps and then zoom out a little bit, and you'll see where the property is, nearest cities. So the nearest bigger city is Alamosa. There are some other small towns around like Blanca, Colorado, and Fort Garland, Colorado. San Luis, Colorado is a little bit further to the south. But then you can just do a little bit of research on those cities, right? Alamosa, Colorado. A little bit bigger community, Walmart, hospital, amenities there. Same with San Luis. Well, San Luis doesn't have a Walmart, but I think they do have a hospital down there. So I would say this property is kind of centrally located between Alamosa and San Luis, Colorado. And then Pueblo, Colorado is probably, or Walsenburg, Colorado is probably an hour to the east. So it's a nice area. Anthony, we appreciate you coming on and asking questions. That's nice.
Yeah. Hopefully you'll make it a regular occurrence to come visit us and perhaps join us one night. We'll have a drink together, or a favorite beverage. Could be water, could be coffee, could be tea, could be whiskey, could be wine. It doesn't matter. I feel like there's a quote lying in there, Scott. Like,
Yeah.
some sort of a saying. I'm going to come up with it. So
Yeah.
we're going to have to come up with an intro too. I think, we're involved in some other podcasts where we have some nice intros. I think it's about time.
Yeah, I think next we'll work on that this week. We'll have a nice little intro next week.
Yeah.
How that sound? All right,
good.
cool.
Well,
Awesome.
pleasure with you,
Thanks,
Scott.
everybody.
As always, I get to spend time with my dude buddy.
Yeah.
Anthony, thank you for joining us. Those of you who are watching in the rerun, be here next Sunday live. Let's make a deal. If you want more information, let us know. We're here to help. We're real. I think that's one of the biggest things we're trying to convey is that just a couple of regular guys, a retired physical therapist, a retired firefighter. Now we just have a passion for buying and selling land. So, go ahead and, get to know us some more. And when you know, like, and trust us, buy some land from us.
Love it, love it, love it. All right, Anthony, he's over in Louisiana. Thanks us for the help and for the video. Well, congrats to you,
Anthony. Happy New Year to you.
Yep. Awesome. Everybody have a great New Year. We'll talk to you next week. Mike, talk to you later. Bye, everybody.
Actually, whoa. Look at this.
How did that happen?
This is amazing. Oh.